Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new video. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. So another day, another TikTok drama. This creator that you guys see on the screen right now, his name is Duvall. He's been in big trouble lately because apparently he got exposed for making OF content in the bathroom of his workplace. And you would think, why would that be any of our business? Well, the bathroom of the workplace that he worked at, that he was making the explicit OF content, was at a daycare. You know what I mean? Like, you can put two together. Like, that doesn't sound like the most appropriate thing. Like, making OF explicit content in the bathroom of your job is literally it's like one crazy thing all by itself to begin with. But the place that you're making explicit content, posted on the internet for everybody and their mom to see, is at a daycare with children. That's what has a lot of people heated. A lot of people are upset about it. And he came out explaining himself, as to why he did that. Basically saying that he was young, he was immature, he just needed the money. He was, he didn't really know what he was doing. And a lot of people are saying that he was catering to, PD files. I don't want to say their full names. And he basically said, I wasn't catering to those people, that I was doing this at a separate bathroom upstairs that the teachers used. And, there's a lot of people attacking him right now.
A preschool teacher takes explicit photos and videos of himself finishing on a child's toilet seat so he can post content to his OF. Michael Duvall is the former preschool teacher who got caught filming and taking explicit photos and videos of himself for his adult content website page. And he's defending his actions. He thinks there's nothing wrong with what he did because, quote, he was clocked out. You mean to tell me you think there's nothing wrong with you being bricked up and worked up down there and taking explicit photos and videos of yourself while you're still at work in the building where children are being cared for? Dude, and you realize that there's a lot of stereotypes for gay men working in early childhood, especially preschool teachers, and you defending these actions does nothing to help us. Saying that this is okay is like saying that nurses and doctors can go ahead and do their own thing in the closet as long as they're clocked out. Like, honestly, be so for real.
I took my first nude at work. I honestly don't. And as you know, I was working as a preschool teacher, technically pre-K, pre-kindergarten. And so I had a lot of free time at work where I would post on those apps. I did go to the bathroom a few times and snap a nude. A lot of the reason why I did that was because I was getting paid by people. And now when I said that, people thought I was getting paid by I don't know if you could say this word, PDF files, you know what I'm trying to say. People thought I was catering to them, and now with some of those Reddit groups I was in, I should not have been in. They were definitely like dad, son, trans girls. I got kicked out of a lot of groups for not even fitting the criteria, and it was definitely weird. But when you're in sex work, I don't know. I was just too blinded by the money that was coming in. I know that's no excuse. So then fast forward to the day I took my first nude at work. I honestly don't remember it, but I do remember that I would get paid say $45 to take a picture. They'd say, go take it. And I would. Now, I never did any of this while clocked in. I wasn't allowed to have bathroom breaks like that unless it was an emergency, of course. So when I was in the bathroom, I was upstairs, classrooms were downstairs. I was far away from everyone in the teacher's bathroom that was locked. That's another thing people are confused about because they see that the toilets had little training seats on it. And there was 2 toilets in the bathroom, which was kind of weird. And I think originally a long time ago, those were kids' bathrooms and we would use them in an emergency, but for the most part, those were for the teachers. I'm not excusing anything I did. There's definitely no excuse, but I do just want to say that it would have happened at that time at any job I worked at. If I was working at the movie theater, still would have happened there instead. It just so happened to be at the daycare, which makes everything so much more worse. I didn't even fully remember anything until people went on my OnlyFans and they found it for me. And a lot of people are saying that I'm still getting paid for those posts or that they're still up, but they're not. I took those down already. And if you go to my OnlyFans, you'll see I had thousands and thousands and thousands of posts. And I scrolled so far as much as I could to find them all. And it was probably 4 or 5 different posts. There's no reason or excuse I shouldn't have waited till I got home. I guess I was just too focused on the money. And at that time, I hadn't started my social media career, or maybe I just started it, but I was really focused on the success I was getting on OnlyFans and all the money I was earning, and I used that money to start my shopping vlogs, and that's how I got started on social media full-time. But I didn't become full-time overnight. It took me over a year to start accumulating money like that and then to start being successful on social media. Should I have done it? No. It was gross. It doesn't excuse anything, but at the same time, I hate when people call me names when I know it's not true, or people assume that I was doing stuff that I wasn't doing just because it was at a daycare. I also have racist tweets, which I know if I address this, people will bring that up. I have tweets from like 2014 where I said the most insane things. I was very much unhinged and kind of wild as a kid, and I don't want to use the house I lived in as an excuse and almost like I didn't care or something, because it was so long ago in my mind that it's not I didn't care, it's just it doesn't resonate with me anymore. I was also doing a lot of drugs, and I know I said I didn't want to bring up any excuses, but that's just partially why I don't really remember everything, and so seeing it come to light, it's almost like me seeing it for the first time, because I've completely shut it out of my mind, blocked it out. What I did was wrong, and I know a lot of people are going to say I'm only coming on here because I'm getting a lot of hate, and I don't know what to say. I never meant to make those mistakes, and I regret it so much. It's just not the person who I am anymore.
Now, I know this is a big thing going on social media, all the controversy around Michael Duvall. I was really rooting for him. I love Pink. I'm a Pink girly all the way, and I was really rooting for him. But when it comes to children, there is no past. I don't care what he did in his past, but if it involves children or something adjacent to children, that's an absolutely no-no. So Michael Duvall needs to give more than an apology. I don't know what he should be doing, but it sounds like people are canceling him. I enjoy the Pink content. I'm over on the Pink side all the time. And to find out this new information, it really makes me think about him in a different light, because you were an adult, you knew what you were doing, and you were following what others wanted, but inside of a bathroom at a daycare where you worked with children, where they could be heard outside? Come on now. Michael, you did wrong, and now you got to correct it. But I don't know that there's a way for you to correct it. What do you guys think?